Hey guys, today we've gone back old school and we're going to be using paper and pen for me to show you some things. So we have a little bit longer, so that's good. Today we're doing lesson 11 in module 7 and we're going to be using different strategies to make a dollar or to make change from a dollar. Remember, a dollar is 100 cents. So whenever we're totaling up our change and trying to make a dollar, we want to make sure that it equals 100 cents. Okay, our first problem is, it says Tracy has 85 cents in her change purse. She has 4 coins. What coins are they? 4 coins, 85 cents. All right. Now I know I want to start with the biggest coin I know about. And today we're not going to be talking about that 50-cent piece, that half dollar. We're only talking about the quarter, which is 25 cents, the dime, which is 10 cents, the nickel, which is 5 cents, and the penny, which is 1 cent. So if we're trying to get to 85 cents, we want to start with the biggest coin first and use as many of those as we can. So if we start with the biggest coin first, 25 cents. Okay, now if we want to put a second quarter there, that would be 25.50. Yep, we haven't gone over. So we could use a second quarter. Let's see, could we use a third quarter? 25, 50, 75. Yes, we can. We haven't gone over. Okay, we're at 75. I don't think we're going to make it because if we do a fourth quarter, that would be $1. That's too much. So let's go to the next biggest coin and see if we can use one of those. 25, 55, 75. If we use a dime, that's 10 more than 75, so that would be 85. So that would work. Okay, so that is my tip. When you're trying to use the fewest coins possible, you want to start with your biggest coin, get as many of those in without going over, then go to the next biggest coin and see if you can use one of those. If you can, good, then you can keep working your way down. So the question was, she has 4 coins. What coins are they? She has 3 quarters and 1 dime. I think I wrote that kind of small and kind of messy. Sorry. Okay, now the second part of this question is asking, how much more money will Tracy need if she wants to buy a bouncy ball for $1? How much more money is she going to need? She wants to have $1 and she only has 85 cents. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the arrow method. We're going to be using the arrow method the whole day to try to count up. So if we start at 85 cents, we want to think about 85 plus how much more will equal $1, or we're going to write 100. It'll help us. Okay, so 85 plus what equals $1? So if we use the arrow method, we could go 85, and let's go ahead and do a short jump to get to 90, which is the nearest 10. And that would be a plus 5. And then from 90, our very next jump, we can do a plus 10 jump to 100. So now we see we've got 5 and 10. And 5 and 10 is 15. So Tracy's going to need 15 cents. Tracy will need 15, let's say 15 more cents. Okay, well, good. So now we're going to practice doing more of these number sentences, thinking, how much more do I need to get to $1? Let me flip my paper over. Okay. So if I had 35 cents in my hand, let's say I had a quarter and a dime. So this all together is 35 cents. How much more do I need to get to $1? So what I'm thinking we need to do is we would need to start with 35 using that arrow method, and let's get to the nearest 10 first. So 35, we're going to do a plus 5 jump to get to 40. And now we can count by tens. So this would be a nickel. Every time you see a plus 5 jump, you're really just adding a nickel, okay? All right, so now that we're at 40, a plus 10 to 50, and this would kind of go 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we could write it all out, which is what I think I'm going to do just this first time. But some of you are already going, but wait, we don't really have to write it all out because once I get to 50, I'm halfway to 100. And I'm going to need another 50 cents to get all the way to 100. So why don't we, instead of writing out all those plus 10 jumps and thinking of dimes, what if we think about it as 50? That would be 5 jumps of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. But I also know that if we're thinking about money, 50 cents, 2 quarters would work. So what if from 50, what if we jumped and did a plus 25 jump to 75, and this is a quarter. And then what if from 75 to 100, we did another plus 25 jump? These are arrows, by the way, sorry. Like that. So what if we said she had 35 cents, and we're going to need 25, 50, 60, 65. We're going to need 65 more cents, and it would be in the form of if we had 2 quarters and a dime and a nickel. So 25, 50, 60, 65. Okay, so another way that you might think of these questions, let me get a new piece of paper here, is let's think about if somebody paid you $1, but the item they were buying from you cost less than $1, and then they said, "Can I have my change, please?" So how would you figure out how much change to give them? So let's think about this. Let's say you spent let's say the thing you want to buy costs 28 cents. And so you go to the store and you give the person $1. And so that's 100 cents. And you say, "Change, please." And then you got to be able to make sure that they give you the right amount of change. So we're thinking 100 minus 28 cents. Oh no, my pen's running out. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Mom, I know the trick.
You do? No. Wait, let me finish my math.
You get a blow dryer and you blow it in the pen, it'll still work.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, 100 minus 28 cents equals, we don't know. But we're going to count up. We're going to use the arrow method. Rather than use subtraction like you're seeing that I've written it out this way, remember that we talked about how you can count up in subtraction. So you can start at 28, and we can use the arrow method to get to 100. So we can start at 28, and we could do, to get to the nearest 10 from 28, we'd have to do some plus 1 jumps. We'd have to go 29, 30. So what if we called that plus 2 to get to 30? And then from 30 up to 100. Now we're going to count by tens. Let's count by tens to 50. Because once we get to 50, we can use those 2 quarters to get from 50 cents to $1. So but 30, let's go to 40, 50. And so now that we're at 50, we're going to need a plus 50 jump to get to 100. Now here's what I'm thinking. These two, what kind of coins would I use to represent 2 cents? Yep, 2 pennies. So I'm going to go, here's a penny, here's a penny, and then this is a plus 10 jump, so what kind of coin would that be? Yep, I'm thinking a dime. And there's another dime in my other plus 10 jump. And now I'm at 50 cents. And remember, 50 cents is 2 quarters, 25.50. So now, 25 and 50. So now I'm going to count this way, because you know I always like to count with the biggest coins first. So 25, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72. That's how much change you should get. 72 cents. 100 minus 28 is 72. And this is really important to be able to do this, boys and girls, because when you go to the store, what if the person giving you the change makes a mistake? And if you don't catch it, you should be doing the math too, because if you don't catch it, then you don't get the right amount of money back. And that's not fair, is it? So always we got to be thinking about ways that we can quickly figure out how much change someone gets. Okay, guys, the last thing I want to show you is how to draw a tape diagram to represent this. So let's pretend, let's see, go to my last piece here. Let's pretend I had a handful of coins, it says, okay? And I'm going to tell you that I have some, my paper won't stick. This is what Mrs. Lepping has right in here. And then let's pretend that somebody else, one of our students, has 17 cents. Now we don't know how much I have, but all together this equals $1 or 100 cents. Okay? So, I know that this student here has 17 cents because I saw it. We had a dime, a nickel, and 2 pennies. All right, how much does Mrs. Lepping have? Let's think about this like a number bond. And the top of the number bond would be that 100 cents, or I might call it $1. And then I would have my 2 parts here like this. So I would have, this kid had 17 cents. And then this is the part I don't know. It's how much I have. Okay? All right, so what we can do is we can think about counting up from 17 up to the $1. And then that part that we count on from the 17 up to the dollar will be how much I have. So from 17, we would be doing all those jumps to all the way to get up to 100. Okay? Now, if I wanted to show this in a tape diagram, I could show beside my number bond the whole thing. How much is all the money worth? It's worth 100. So, like this. And we're going to say it's $1 because we know that $1 and 100 cents are the same amount. Now, we know that this person here has 17 cents, so it's not as much as the other piece. And so this part here, that's the part that I have. That's the part we don't know. So a tape diagram is just another good way to show what you have and what's missing and how much the whole thing is. So we've got our number bonds and our tape diagrams. All right, and finally, in order to solve this, we just need to count up from 17 to 100. So 17 to 20 would be a +3 jump, using the arrow method here, +3, and that'll get us to 20. And then 20, let's take 20 up to 50. You know, I like to stop at 50 because then I just 2 more quarters. So from 20 to 50 would be 20 to 30 would be +10. 30 to 40 would be +10. And 40 to 50 would be +10. So now, once I get to 50, we know that this here is the 2/4 or another 50. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 83. That's the other part. I did have 83 cents. Can fill it in everywhere. All right, guys, today for math, I wanted to show you all these different ways because today for math, you are going to do, well, you should have already done your sprints because lesson 11 has 2 sprints. I want you to spend 5 minutes per page. So set a timer, and when the 5 minutes are up, if you've gone as fast as you can go, you're done on that page. Go to the next page, 5 minutes on that page. This video is about 16 minutes long, so we're at like 26 minutes. So today, I want you to do your 2 problem set pages, and then you are done, okay? Only if you want to do you need to do some games, because I'm trying to keep these lessons at no more than 40 minutes for the whole thing from start to finish, okay? All right, guys, see you next time.